Our sponsors: The Finkley Experience, an educational consulting firm that specializes in first-generation education, in which prepares high school students for college. For more information, visit their website at thefinkleyexperience.com. Father to Father Incorporated, a nonprofit organization that strengthens families through father engagement, with a goal to help men in our communities to be great dads. For more information, visit their website, fathertofatherinc.org. ABLAZE Entertainment. The goal of ABLAZE is to take emerging artists and develop them to the next level of their career. For more information, visit their website at ablazeentertainment.net. Thank you.
I'm Joey Marie Urbina, and I play Xiomara in Snowfall, and you're watching The Michael Finkley Show.
Next, Michael Finkley, host and executive producer of HBCU 101. Jahliel Thurman is with us as he talks about his brand new season and so much more. Next, Finkley.
It's my biggest dream come true. Oh my, it's my biggest dream come true.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Michael Finkley Show. Thanks for joining us today. Now, y'all know I have my educational consulting firm, right? The Finkley Experience, where we assist students that want to go to college. So we assist them in that process. But I'm a bigger advocate for HBCUs. Why? Because I attended an HBCU. From 2007 and 2011, I was a student at the Allen University in Columbia, South Carolina. Y'all, that is where I found myself. I said this many times with you all in different interviews. I found my voice at my HBCU. A few years ago, I actually did a video, which is still on our YouTube channel, so go check it out, about my HBCU experience. It's just something different. You know, I found myself. I found who I was. I found out that I could be anything I wanted to be at my HBCU, and I stand before you today as such. And we're still growing. We're still developing. And so I love when I meet individuals that are advocates at HBCUs as well, and they're making a difference for the culture. They are getting those stories. They're getting those interviews. They're having conversations. They're trying to expose more students to this awesome, awesome culture. As you know, with HBCUs, they were founded by African Americans who were not privileged to go to the white colleges and universities. And so standing tall today at 101 across the country, we're still educating doctors and teachers and lawyers in large numbers. So I had to bring on our next guest. Jahliel Thurman is with us. He is the host and executive producer of HBCU 101. He is making a difference in getting these interviews and having conversations about this amazing culture. So, y'all, another awesome interview coming your way. Think fam, Jared, go away. Back in a moment. Next, Jahliel is with us. Don't go away.
This is comedian Eric Escobar, the Mexipino millennial, and you are watching Gold right now. You know why? Because you're watching The Michael Finkley Show. Stay tuned.
Next, Michael Finkley, music at its best. Musical artist Maia is here as she talks about her single and her time in the industry. Don't miss it. Next, Finkley. Hello, everybody. It's Finkley from the Finkley Experience. We're an educational consulting firm that specializes in first-generation education. So we assist students with their college and career endeavors. We train school administrators on the state of first-generation students. And also, we partner with colleges and universities to assist their first-generation population for easy transition from high school to college. So if you're looking for a presenter or speaker that presents on these topics and so much more, visit our website at thefinkleyexperience.com and learn about all that we do. We're looking forward to working with you. Everybody, welcome back to the Michael Finkley Show. Now, y'all, my next guest, he is an entrepreneur, and he is also the host of HBCU 101. He is Jahliel Thurman. How are you?
I'm great. I am great. Michael, how are you?
I am super, uber, duper fantastic.
Super, uber, duper fantastic. I like
Yeah.
that. I like that.
Yeah, we'll
I like
go
that.
with that. We'll go with that. It is such an honor to chat with you. You are doing something incredible for the culture, right? And why I love this so much is I am a product of an HBCU
Okay.
myself. I found myself at my HBCU. I have an HBCU experience. And so you're bringing that to television so people can know, yo, we're doing it up.
Yeah.
We're doing it up. So thank you for that. When you think of the words, right, the letters HBCU, what comes to mind?
Culture, heritage, history, family, love. Like those are when I think of HBCUs, that's what first comes to mind. And even if it's not a word, like a phrase, like kind of like growing up, man. Like you just said, you found yourself at your HBCU. I think that's a story that's relevant and prevalent to everyone. That really resonates, right? Like I found myself at my HBCU and where I wanted to do in my life and what I wanted to do in my career. And so, your story is similar to mine, and I'm sure our story is similar to other people. But outside of that, it's the love, that camaraderie that when you go back, it's home, right? Like when I go back to Virginia State, it's home. It's, what's up? Like it's not, yeah, I do all this HBC 101 and Yard Talk 101 and, all these different things and ambassadors of programs I've had to be an ambassador for, but it's home. It's like, yo, y'all knew me before I was who I am today, and y'all still open the love and doors for me. So those are the things that come to me when I'm talking about HBCUs.
I love it. What was your experience like at your institution?
Man, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I hated my first semester at Virginia State. Um, like, being from Chicago, man, it happens, right? Like, and I think that's what makes it so interesting, the story. Like being from Chicago, I only went to Virginia State because they offered me the most money. Wasn't my first choice. My first choice was Morehouse, but Virginia State offered more money. And I just didn't feel the need to pay for an education. And so I never seen Virginia State. It was literally sight unseen. I had some friends that went there. They said it was cool. I said, yo, are the queues on the yard? They said they there. I said, all right, done. I'm there. And my first semester, man, culture shock, going from a lot of our HBCUs are in small towns and in small cities. And I'm from Chicago, what I'm saying, one of the top cities in the world for multiple different things. And so to go from such a fast-paced environment into something that's slow in Petersburg, Virginia, it just was like, wow. And I played video games all first semester. I was heavy in the NBA 2K, going to the CAF. I went to parties and I went to homecoming stuff, but I wasn't really engulfed in that HBCU experience. And I told my mom I wanted to transfer. She was like, look, give it one more semester. If, things don't change, see what happens. I said, all right, cool. So we come back in the spring of 2011 because I came in school fall 10. And at that point, I started meeting new people. I ended up joining an organization called the Student Liaison Outreach Team, which is a community service-based organization because I'm big on community service. And then at that point, that's when I started to find family and friends as an extension of where I was from Chicago, just like, oh, okay, it's a new family, like a home away from home. And then I joined SGA same semester. And that's when I was like, all right, okay, I'm SGA vice president. Okay, let's really see what this thing is about. And that was all she wrote after that, came back in the fall, SGA VP org, truly engulfed in HBCU love and the community and the environment. And at that point, the rest of my years at Virginia State was amazing, man, hands down.
Wow. Wow. It's funny. Our experiences were somewhat alike. But I think that in so many degrees, so many ways, many people, especially that go to an HBCU, may experience that. Because I was literally about to drop out my first semester as well. I'm like, Mama, please come get me, right? And she was on her way, but my stepfather was like, "Don't go get him." And that was one of the best decisions that they ever made for me, besides giving birth to me, right? I flourished. I started joining organizations, created some. I was initiated to an awesome fraternity. So it changed because you got involved,
Yeah.
right? you got involved and you found yourself in that right. With your platform that you have, how did this start?
So, HBCU 101 is what a lot of people know on a national level from television. However, back in school, at HBCUs, you don't always get the most positive light.
Mhm.
And so what happened at my time when I was at Virginia State, we had like a stabbing happened on campus. It was a brawl. Our football team got into it, Winston-Salem at the football championship, CIAA. And we even had like an off-campus organization. We lost a couple of Trojans to off-campus hazing, like literally, like they drowned in Appomattox, and the news, the media, everyone lived on campus, but it was negative. It was never the positive things that we were doing as students, and they were making us seem like thugs, man. And it's like, we still kids, like we're still growing up. Like, you do realize that, right? Like, and the media lived and they thrived off the negative energy. We even got blasted by Stephen A. Smith because he's a Winston-Salem grad. So when that football thing happened, he even was on us crazy on ESPN. Like, it was a wild time at Virginia State during that time. And I so happen to be SGA president now. Mm-hmm. And it's like, yo, you're SGA president. And so if I didn't become president just for the title, like I became president to impact change. I became president because of a love that I had for my institution. And it's like, wow, how do I navigate this? How do I change the morale on campus? How do I lead, in such a dark time? And so getting my degree in mass comm with a focus on television, I said, I want to address the media, but now let's not do it traditionally. Let's do something different. Right. So I work with 3 students on campus. Shout out to Connie, DJ, and Brian, spoken word artists. And, I've worked with a production team, Dion, Nigel, and my man Terrell, and we addressed the media. It was like we was in the bottom of Foster Hall, our student union. It was dark, and the only people that you could see was like the light was on them. And we just recorded it a few times, chopped it up, and it went very well with our Trojan family. I ended up doing an interview with Channel 12 about it. And at that moment, I said, HBCUs need someone who wants to talk about the positives. They want to let us control our own narrative. And so I graduated college trying to figure out what I'm going to do with my life. And it's crazy because, when you go to an HBCU and you're SGA president of, your fraternity, in different orgs, like really involved, you can't enter into the real world and be at the bottom and not try to match that same energy, right? Like, you don't want to be like, dang, he was that guy in college, but ooh, so it was like, yo, what am I gonna do? Right. Like, and so I was talking with one of my frat brothers, and he was like, yo, if you're gonna keep talking about it, then do it. If you're not gonna do it, then shut up. And I birthed my company, Yard Talk 101, in which we would travel to campuses and I would talk to different individuals like, hey, we're here at Virginia Union University. It's homecoming. Let's see what the scoop is on the yard. Like, that's what it was. Like, people doing content now, but I was legit content creating on the yard before it was such this huge thing. And over the years, the consistency has granted me opportunities, put me in rooms, and, met a good dude by the name of Ty Johnson over at Aspire TV. And he the bros, and we just really connected. And he gave me an opportunity on the digital side. We stayed building, and then the opportunity came to do linear on TV, and then that was birth HBCU 101.
Wow. Did you imagine way back when, right, that you would be at this point today?
Yeah, no. I think that I always wanted TV. I just didn't know when it was going to happen. HBCU 101 is my baby. I have other projects that I'm looking forward to bringing to life. But when you want something so bad, it's inevitable that it's going to happen. You just got to stay the course, and so, but when you in it, you like, ooh, wait, like, and when it happened so fast. It was like, look, I got this opportunity, you do this. And then I'm just learning as I go. Right. And now I kind of got it down and looking to do bigger and better.
Yeah, I got you. Within your within your platform, right? You've done so much in helping others. What have you learned about yourself along the way in doing this?
That's a great question, man.
Hey, I'm John Marshall Jones. Some of y'all know me as Smart Guy Daddy. And you are watching The Michael Finkley Show.
Welcome to Father to Father.
The mission of Father to Father Charleston, South Carolina is to help fathers in the Low Country area of South Carolina to be a positive and consistent presence in their children's lives. Father to Father provides community-based programs and support groups for fathers free of charge. They also help fathers connect to other resources they need so they can meet their responsibilities and secure their parental rights. Father to Father offers job coaching and employment connections that benefit fathers. Father to Father is a resource for local organizations that want to provide family support and father-friendly services. If this program is a fit for you, visit our location in North Charleston, South Carolina, and meet our friendly staff here to help and assist. Or visit our website at fathertofatherinc.org.
On season 6, September 11th, and congratulations on your platform. Within this new season, and viewers watching, what can we expect?
Honestly, man, we got some dope guests, man. One thing I try to do is try to have variety from celebrities to influencers to people that you may not know about. I mean, this season alone, shout out to all my guests. I mean, season premiere was with Jay Murphy. He just got crazy with BET Awards. He did end up DJing some stuff for Rock Nation. So being able to show that. I got Trav Q this season, my dog from Lincoln. Also switch it up. I always like to touch with the ladies. I always like to keep the ladies involved. And I got two dope. I actually got a couple ladies on the show. Arian is this week coming up. She's killing it with the Fearless Fun, Destiny Williams. I've never had nobody from Shaw, so Des is representing Shaw, former All-American, talking about what she does in the beauty industry. And then I have a lawyer, man, and I've never had a lawyer on the show. So I always try to find these different gems of people. So, and the lawyer is Jazz. So, shout out to Jazz Talks Law, to really give different insights on, who they are, where they came from, and what they're doing now.
I love that. Especially giving them a platform of speaking their truth, especially about their experiences. I think that's very impactful. What has been the most memorable interview you have done thus far?
Honestly, man, I got so many. But those that first come to mind, Will Packer. Will Packer. So season 1, we were in person, and Will Packer pulled up, and we talked outside, for 20 minutes, 25 minutes, just rapping, yo, what's good? And shout out to Fred Witt, man, my manager and one of the executive producers that helped make a lot of this stuff happen. We were all three of us were just talking. And, when you meet someone that has the caliber and resume and stature of a Will Packer, you don't know what you'll get, right? And this is season 1, so we was piecing a lot together. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but he appreciated the nostalgia. He'd appreciated the grind. He appreciated where we were. And, he was really just down to earth, man. Ended up inviting me to his Christmas party that year. So Christmas holiday, I was in there. It was like, yo, what's up? It was like a family. That's one. Lance Gross, cool dude, down to earth. Terrence J, shout out to the big bro. Someone that I've admired and looked up to from his career. So be able to have TJ come on my show and, be able to interview him and talk with him. Those are some that come out, Keisha Knight Pulliam first season as well. She's cool, down to earth, always show love. The list goes on and on, but when I look at some of those are cool. I look back at some of my favorite interviews.
I love it. Where do you see yourself and this platform going in the future?
I don't see HBCU 101 going anywhere. I think that, interesting enough because of, the pandemic and the George Floyd and the Black Lives Matter and all of this. Now, all of a sudden, a lot of our corporations are trying to find ways to be involved in the HBCU space. And I think that what we provide is, an opportunity to increase exposure of notable alums and different people talking about their experience. So I don't really see the show going anywhere. I think it's going to grow. I think we'll bring some stuff to campuses in just different ways just to continue to increase that additional HBCU exposure.
And that you are. Definitely that you are. I just read an article that enrollment is up at various HBCUs across the country. So definitely keep up the good work because it is making an impact within the world we live in, especially among our students within education. Within your platform, right? You've done so much in helping others. What have you learned about yourself along the way in doing this?
That's a great question, man. Honestly, the dog in me, man. Like the fight. The you people's struggles and journeys are all different. And the end goal for some people are the same, they're similar. And in any different industry, we all want to just have success. We all just want to taste it and be there. But it's a lot you got to go through, man, just to get a taste of it. And over the course of the last 3 years, and being in Atlanta, but if I look at my company whole Yard Talk 101 for the last 7 going on 8 years, the dog in me, man, the resiliency, when you think of college and you think of high school and, joining fraternities and, or sororities or, organizations and SGA, like these are small battles, man, but this real life thing, it's a different battle. It's an everyday war. Like it's a war. Like it ain't, each day is a battle, and I realize that, I got that dog in me because I'm still here. I'm still able to progress. Even in some of my most darkest times, I've been able to prevail, man. And that's one of the things that I've learned about myself on this journey. I've gotten closer to God. I go to therapy, like just different things in order to keep me mentally sane, to be able to navigate not only the lows, but the highs, because you don't want to get too high, because then when you get low, you can get too low because you don't have a medium. And so, Fred always tell me to stay at a level 5, because if you stay at a 5, you'll never get too low, you'll never get too high. You'll always just navigate through, and you learn to manage your expectations and all these different things. But if I had to answer your question, sorry for the long answer, but
you're good.
That's what I've learned, man.
Wow. Learning about ourselves is a process, right? It's a daily process. And when we get time to reflect on that process and what that looks like, we can better look to see how our future is going to be for ourselves as well. Season 5 for us here on the Michael Finkley Show is all about making your biggest dream come true. This is my biggest dream, bro. What's your next biggest dream?
Man, listen, we got Jahliel Thurman Productions. I LLC the company this year, if I believe. I have 3 TV shows that are written up and that I want to film and pitch, man. I got one that's already, I'm gonna say yellow lit, right? Like it's not red, like it was green light, but now and so working with the network on another show in which I'll be an executive producer. I won't host it. But I'm executive producing that. And then I have 2 other shows that I will be hosting and executive producing. And that's my biggest dream, man, is to have impact through television. Like I want to have a star in Hollywood. I want to be, when you think of a host, you think of me, someone that's created different types of shows that, how Tyler Perry creates different type of shows that all are living. I want to create different type of talk shows that all have different components and different ideas and things that you wouldn't even think about. So we got 2 things in the can. Well, 3, like I said, but the 2 that I'm hosting are very unique, man. And you know, I'm filming a pilot to one very soon. I'll probably throw it on YouTube just to see how it does. And we're gonna shop it around, man. But those are my biggest dreams, man, to live out what you said you want to do with your life, you know?
Yeah, just go do it. You know, in this season in my life, when people come to me and they tell me different things about their dreams and desires, and also when I'm talking to myself, right? Just go do it. Just do it. Just do it, right? You may get a no, that's fine. But I'm waiting on that yes, and it's going to come because I know that it's here. It's a part of my gift. It's a part of my purpose. It's a part of my drive. So it has to happen.
Yeah, I always say, whenever it's on your heart, that's God's way of talking to you. I think that the difference between great people and, you know, lack of better terms, mediocre people or average people, is because they don't go after it. I think that, you know, you have to trust and have faith that God put these desires in your heart and he's going to make sure everything's straight. I mean, the Bible says in Psalms 20 verse 4, may he give you the desires of your heart and make all your plans succeed. And that is a scripture I live by every day. That's what pushes me forward, that God, you know, when I talk to him, like, yo, you gave me these desires, man. Like, so I'm trusting that you're going to make this stuff come to life, because you wouldn't have put this stuff on my heart. You wouldn't have given me the know-how or the relationships or the connections to make these things happen. And, you know, one thing that I always encourage people to understand is that if you come back every day, eventually you'll be there. You know, when I was becoming a bruz, that was one thing that they taught us. Like, if you come back every day, you're gonna be the bruz, you know, and I'm the bruz, you know. Like, if you come back every day in life, you know, like, you'll eventually, it has to hit. Like, if you keep knocking on the door, somebody's gonna answer. Like, at some point. We don't know how long them knocks gonna be, but imagine somebody knocking on your door right now. They knock again. They keep knocking. You're like, who are you?
Right, come on.
That's how you have to think about your dreams. That's how you got to think about everything, because them no's is tough, man. Them no's, because you're going to hear them no's.
Oh, you're going to hear them.
And sometimes you don't even hear the no's. You just don't get the replies back. You get the false dreams. It's no's come in so many different forms. But Winston Churchill said something that it's a quote that I live by as well. Success is failure after failure without the loss of enthusiasm. So long as you don't lose your enthusiasm, you're going to be successful.
That's true. That's true. Again, all stemming back to you. All stemming back to you. How can the Fink fam watch HBCU 101?
And right now, right now, weekly Sunday, season 6 on Aspire TV, 12 Eastern. You're going to see your boy, Aspire TV, HBCU 101 on social media, Yard Talk 101 on social media, and then just Jahliel Thurman on social media, all platforms. So that's how you keep up with me, everything we got going on, and what's next.
All right, you heard it here, Fink fam. Please make sure you go watch this amazing, amazing show on Inspire TV Sundays at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much for being with us.
Boom. Oh, the pleasure has been mine. I love the opportunity. Thank you for having me. I love talking about the journey, what we got going on, and how we keep showing love to these HBCUs.
There you go. There you go. All right, Fink fam, let's go away. Thank you.
Love, go by sincerely yours. This hip-hop artist since 9'6", hailing from Chicago, Oak Park. And you watching the Michael Finkley Show right now. Tune in. You get the feeling, give me rhythm for your heart's beating, arms reach, cross streets, baby, got back like the car.
CTR Media Network was created for today's podcasters. We provide a safe haven for content creators that are everyday people doing extraordinary things. We have a system of positioning, monetization training, coaching, and support for our podcasters' success. CTR Media Network simply bridges that gap with a level playing field for your dreams to come true cost effectively. Our team provides a premium service and experience for our podcasters to grow. CTR Media Network provides access, support, resources, coaching, and community for our podcasters to win, if you put in the work. We believe that we are living in a unique time which requires you to share your message of hope with millions of people around the world. Remember that the world is never too saturated for you, your voice and message. A platform for positive, impactful media where the content creators are in the driver's seat. Visit our website today by going to www.ctrmedianetwork.com.
It's not going to give you anything that you didn't work for. Like, you can't go to work and not do nothing and expect to still get paid. You can't call in and expect to still get paid as if you went to work every day of the week. So don't expect nothing in life that you didn't work for. Don't expect it because you a good person. Because just because you're a good person, that don't mean that you're going to receive things just because you're a good person. Just because you believe it, that means that you should be able to get it. No. You know the saying, faith without work is dead. Faith without work is dead. Faith without work is dead. Which means, yes, I believe it. Yes, I manifest it. Yes, I believe that this should be happening. And I believe in myself. But also, when I believe in myself, I put the work behind the belief. And then that's when it manifests. So I need you to stop going for, I've been through this, or I'm a good person, so I should get this. No, I need you to go, I'm going to put in as much work and I'm going to grind as hard as I can until I receive this thing, because it's going to happen. But first, I need to also, one, believe in myself, two, put in the work, then I will get what I need. So understanding, like I said, faith without work is dead, which means I can't just sit around and pray for something to fall out the sky and expect me, because I believe that it should happen to me, that it's going to happen. No, I'm going to put in the work and I'm going to put in the action that I need to receive this, because life going to reward me when I put in the work. It's going to happen. For a long time, I put in the work. For a long time, I grew and I knew that this is what I need to do before I be able to get anything. If I sit around, I'm not going to get anything. And that's just how it works. You feel me? You got to put in the grind. You got to understand that I'm going to keep putting this thing in their face until they have to give it to me. But if you have that mindset right there, if I keep putting it in their face, if I keep being consistent, if I keep pushing hard on this goal, if I keep pushing hard on this dream, then the dream and the goal will eventually give up, and it's going to break through for me. I'm going to break through that door. You know, if I keep beating on this door, if I keep hitting on this door, eventually the door is going to open. Eventually the door is going to break. But I can't go to the door and say, oh, open, and I'm in my mind just think that, oh yeah, this is going to open because I believe that the door should be open. It don't work that way. Break down the door. Get you a hammer. Get you whatever you need to break down that door, and beat on that door until it open. Again, get you whatever you need. Get you whatever tools you need. Beat on the door of your dreams. Beat on the door of your goals. And I promise you, that door will open eventually. But faith without work is dead.
So this is your Louisiana girl, Denise Boutte, coming at you on the Michael Finkley Show. And you guys may know me from Why Did I Get Married as the really sweet girl Trina, or maybe Meet the Browns as Sasha. But I'm coming at you guys from the great state of California, but originally from Louisiana, because you know I can't lose that Southern girl, baby. All right, you guys stay tuned to Michael Finkley.
Next, Michael Finkley, music at its best. Musical artist Maia is here, and she talks about her single and her time in the industry. Don't miss it. Next, Finkley. Everybody, welcome back to the Michael Finkley Show. I hope that you were inspired and you learned something from this interview. Thank you so much, Jahliel, for being with us and just sharing your words, your experience in your words. Continue, because definitely you're making a difference, and we're still watching. We're going to watch. Please support this awesome show, HBCU 101, again on the Aspire Network. Go support. Again, thank you so much for being with us. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Michael Finkley Show. Ring that bell for notification. We'll send you an email saying, hey, new content's available. Listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. For more information about what we do, visit our website, michaelfinkleyshow.com. Of course, again, we're on U42. We're on RokuTV and also on Amazon Music via their amazing podcast platforms. As always, thank you so much for watching, and always remember to pursue your dreams. See you next time. Have a good one.